Guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back for another product research video. If you are looking for help with finding products to sell on Amazon, we are going to spend today looking at Alibaba.com and seeing if we can't find some interesting products to potentially sell on Amazon. So if you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into doing a little bit of product research. All right, we are inside of Alibaba.com, and there are lots of different ways to find products to sell on Amazon. This is just the one that we're going to play around with today. So if we have no idea what product we want to sell, we can just start on the home page of Alibaba and see where that takes us. So right now, I'm gonna just probably go here to my markets on the left-hand side, and I can search by home and garden, mother, kids and toys, luggage, bags and cases. Now, if you have watched my content, you already know that I do not recommend selling anything too large or oversized. And so for that reason, I wouldn't even consider looking at luggage, bags and cases, because those would all be larger items. So what I might look at is something like home and garden, just as a starting point. So we'll go ahead and narrow it down a little bit here. So from home and garden, we could look at home decor, we can look at lighting and smoking accessories, which I would not, because many of those will be gated and or restricted on Amazon. They have garden supplies, home storage and organization, household cleaning and tools, household scales. So I think the most harmless one that I could look at is home decor. So we're gonna go ahead and go right there. So when we go to home decor, it just opens up a whole bunch of different products that we can look at. I already knew right off the bat they were going to show a bunch of candles because everybody loves candles. And this actually took us directly to this page where they are highlighting a supplier here. The name of this supplier is Guangzhou. Excuse me if I'm saying that incorrectly, Westmo Home Decor Technology Limited. So they are right up here. I would not be surprised if this was, yep, it's an ad. I knew it. It looks like an ad. That's the reason it came up first, but we can verify that it is one by this little ad symbol in the bottom right-hand corner. So you can chat with them or contact them immediately, but we're doing product research, so I'm not going to contact them right away. But we can see these aluminum candle jars. This is an egg shape. And I don't really know if this is an in-demand product on Amazon, but it looks cool. So I am going to go ahead and look up aluminum candle jar, and I'm gonna just type that into Amazon and see what comes up. The reason I'm typing this in to Amazon is so that I can use my Helium 10 software, which is linked in the description below if you want to try it out, so that I can see if this product is in demand or if it's overly competitive or what we have going on here. And this might not be a bad product, you guys. I'm pausing because it looks pretty promising. The reason I'm saying it looks pretty promising is because I am scrolling down the first page, and it looks like there are some sellers of this product that have pretty low reviews, and we want to see reviews that are under 200 on average. So simply by scrolling on the first page, I can see that there are some sellers with 86 reviews. This seller's got 411 reviews. We've got others with 28 reviews, 176, 74. So that seems promising to me as an experienced Amazon seller and product researcher. I might have a little good feeling about this one. So we're gonna go ahead to Helium 10 up here in the corner, and then we're going to open up the tool X-ray. And let's take a quick look and see what the numbers and the data looks like for this product. So what we can see is that there's no search volume being populated here, which I don't love. I like to see search volume because it tells you how in demand a product is. So all this tells me is that aluminum candle jar probably doesn't have a lot of searches, which makes sense. Realistically, if someone is searching on Amazon, they're probably not going through the trouble of typing in aluminum candle jar. They probably will just type in candle jar. So I think that that makes sense. But the other information I can see here is the total revenue, average price, average BSR or best sellers rank, and then the average reviews, which once again, we want to see down under 200. So what I'm going to do is just order this data from highest to lowest. So I'm just going to click on the revenue column 2 times, and then it's going to go from high to low. And then I can see that the top seller, who is making the most amount of money, is selling a glass candle jar, but we're talking about aluminum, not glass. So technically this wouldn't necessarily be a competitor directly for aluminum candle jar, but they are selling the jars. So with that being said, if we continue to scroll down, we can see the other sellers as well. One trick that I like to do, and if you've watched my other product research videos, you already know that I do this. I filter the results by hiding the ads. So on Amazon, the ads are the ones that say sponsored. And if you want to hide them, you can just filter them out. That's what I just did there. And we can see that we have got the results all nice and cleaned up without any ads showing through. So what I might do for this search is eliminate glass results, because we're looking for aluminum specifically. So I'm going to eliminate the ones that are glass and just see what it does to my data once I remove them from my search results. So I went from $308,000 in revenue to $240,000. So it went down pretty significantly. Well, yeah, I mean, significant. I would say that's like 1/4 of the total revenue was eliminated, or maybe 1/5, by getting rid of those 2 search results. But it is more accurate because now we have just the aluminum options. Am I making sense? So that's what we're looking at here. The average reviews are still high, so I would not continue on researching this product because it's too competitive. The reviews are too high. So we can go back to home decor and let's see what else we have as a result on Alibaba. We've got animal figurine living room key storage. I hesitate with that one because I feel like figurines would be delicate, but maybe I'm making an assumption. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in animal figurine and let's just see what starts to pop up for that. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I'm just going with it. Let's just see what comes up. So animal figurines has about 2,000 searches, which is not very high. So I am going to, instead of doing animal figurine, let me just type in figurine and see what comes up for that. Okay, the searches still are not very high, but I'll just click on it just to see. Let's just see, you never know. Okay, these are the ones that come up, and see what I mean? Like this one is glass, or it appears to be glass. And that concerns me because I don't recommend selling glass items as a beginner. They're too delicate. But we do have a couple of other ones, fairy garden vintage figurines, I guess, to stick in your garden. That's interesting. We've got a couple of other options here. Something about this product I don't love. Maybe because there's so much variety. Figurines could be people, they could be animals, they could be mystical creatures. So I think that's what's kind of putting me off, but I'm still gonna look it up anyway, because if you hear me talk or teach, and especially in my program, I say just go down the rabbit hole, you never know what you're gonna find. So I'm gonna give it a chance, even though it's a little bit of a strange product. So let's go ahead here. We've got average reviews at 525, which is really high. We don't like that, but we'll go ahead and do what we always do. Let's remove the sponsored products from our results. And then we can see that the top seller is this one here. It's like a mother-daughter figurine. And this also could be because we are looking for this product right now. At the time of recording, we are just ending May, and obviously in May it is Mother's Day in the United States, and so it would make sense that this was a more popular item for this month because of Mother's Day. So we can assume that this was something that people were gifting for the holiday. And then we can see a bunch of other items here. These look like just an assortment of garden accessories. We've got more figurines, woodland creatures. Yeah, the reviews are too high. I'm not messing with this product. Next. Let's go back to Alibaba and see what else we have. Okay. We've got artificial roses. We've got more candles. Artificial peonies. No. What I'm doing right now, guys, is just scanning. I'm looking for something that looks interesting, something that I would want to do further research on. But right now I haven't really found anything that is tickling my fancy, so I'm just scrolling through. What looks interesting here? None of this really. Okay, not really into it. It's a lot of vases, it's a lot of candles, and I don't want to keep going down this rabbit hole. So let's see if we can't find a different market to look at. You can also look by category. I do kind of feel like looking at the markets is a little bit easier, but since we're here, we'll just go ahead. I always gravitate towards home and kitchen, so I apologize if it seems like that's all I ever look at, but let's go ahead and look at pet supplies. Switch it up, look for pet supplies and see what we can find. Okay, so when you go by category, what's nice is that it does break it down further to like almost subcategories. So it's allowing us the option to look at pet food or pet products. We do not want to sell pet food or anything that anyone is going to put into their bodies, including animals. So here I would just focus on pet products, or we can look by animals. So dogs, cats, fish, birds, reptiles, other small pets. I think it's cool to just kind of scroll through it, especially for me. Like, I don't have any pets, so a lot of these products, my mind is blown. I can't believe people buy stuff like this, but you know what, just because I am not familiar and I don't use it doesn't mean that other people do not. So I've got to remember to, you know, not get in my own little bubble, and you guys should remember that as well, that there's so many different products that you can sell, and there's no way for you to know of every product that exists. So keep an open mind, you never know what you're gonna find. So I'm just scrolling here to see if there's anything like super interesting to me. I am confused by some of these. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of these, I'm like, wow, people really love their pets. But what I think I will do, interesting, finger toothbrush for a dog. I suspect that this would probably be pretty competitive, but let's see. Toothbrush for dog. Well, that's just toothbrushes in general. Dog toothbrush has 22,000 searches. Yep, as I suspected, pretty darn saturated. Yeah. The reviews are going to be super high if we look it up, but just so you guys can see with your own eyes, because I know sometimes it might be hard to believe, but because I do this so much, I can just take a quick glance and I already know what the results are gonna look like generally, but I will pull it up just for y'all's sake so you can see what I'm looking at. But let's go ahead and give it a second here. My internet's a little bit slow today, so I apologize, but let's pull up X-Ray and see what the average reviews are. I'm gonna guess 850. Woo! Baby, that was higher than I estimated. Let me sort it and see if anything is here that does not belong. Since we're looking for dog toothbrushes, let's see if something random popped into our search results. This one is not necessarily random, but because it is toothpaste, but we're not looking at toothpaste. We're trying to look at toothbrushes. This one has a toothbrush and toothpaste, so we'll leave that one, but let's eliminate the top one and see where the reviews go. Okay, it went down by a couple hundred reviews, but it looks like the rest of these unfortunately do look like toothbrushes, and therefore the average reviews is just completely out of hand. So nope, moving on. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go back to pet products, and then I'm gonna look at some of these subcategories. I'm kind of interested in aquariums and accessories, not necessarily aquariums because they're large and we don't sell large items, but I'm curious if there are any accessories that would be smaller and in demand. So let's just see here what they've got. Fishnet. An aquarium fishnet. I don't know what this would be used for. Excuse my ignorance, honey, but I don't know. But we're about to find out. Let me type it in. So let's do, well, let me just do fishnet and see. But I think they might, fishnet aquarium. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. The one that we just saw on Alibaba didn't have a handle. That's why I couldn't figure out what they meant by fishnet. Okay, got it. This one's a little bit different looking. Okay. Oh, okay, the handle wasn't in the initial picture. Okay. Let's see what else is here. These are, I guess, decorations for inside the aquarium. These all just seem to be the different parts of the aquarium. Oxygenation filter. Girl, I don't know what none of that is. Okay, maybe not. Let's go back to pet products and see what else is here. Why don't we look at, they've got chew toys, they've got pet diapers, cages, gates and pens, pet houses and furniture. I feel like those would probably be bigger than what we would be looking for. Ideally furniture, but since it's for pets, maybe it's a little bit smaller. Interesting, a chicken coop. Very interesting. Yeah, these seem to be dog houses. These are bigger than what we want. Oh, this is cute. Very aesthetically pleasing. These are all way too big. We are not selling any oversized items. Definitely not. Okay, let's go back to home and then we're gonna look at markets again because I think it's just a little bit easier to skim through. So let me skip over home and garden. Y'all know I love me a good home and garden, but why don't we go ahead and go to, I mean, we could go to sports or we could go down here and see what other options we have. Let's see. Why don't we do school and office supplies? Let's see if there's anything good in school and office supplies here. Okay, we've got these different categories: calculators, pencil sharpeners, paper, book covers. I'm interested in book covers and maybe even stamps. But let's see if anything interesting is here. Ooh, finger sponges. Let's see. I've got a toddler, guys, so all of these art supplies are familiar for me. Oops. Finger sponge. Oh. Huh. There's not a lot of searches for finger sponge, so maybe there's another word for this. Oh no. Finger sponge dabbers? Okay, let's go ahead and look it up and see what we get. It would be nice if the reviews were low, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see what we're working with. Finger sponge. Ooh. Well, the reviews are low, which is great. However, the total revenue is low as well. So that kind of makes it not as promising as I had hoped. These are round sponges. I'm going to probably look this product up for fun because there's just not enough money here. You see, the highest seller is not even a finger sponge and they're doing 10K, but the highest selling actual finger sponge is doing $4,000 a month, which is not terrible, but it's not great. It's not great. So there's just not enough money here, even though the reviews are low. This is something that I might look back at again in a couple of months and see if there's more money to be made. But I am gonna look up around sponges because it just looks interesting. Why not? Round sponges. Let's see here. Oh, that's not what I meant, but okay. I love when you have like an image in your mind and you search it up and you're like, okay, that's different. All right, well, let's go ahead and look it up anyway. Not what I was expecting to see, but let's go with it. Round brushes. I don't know why I like low-key want to eat them. Is it because they look like pieces of cheese or what? I don't know. They look kind of edible to me. Don't judge me. Don't. Let's go ahead and give it a second to populate. Okay. No search volume populated for this, but the reviews are super high. For rounds, these look like little pancakes. Maybe I'm just hungry. Yeah, okay. This is not what I was expecting. Okay. Interesting. Well, the top seller is this one here, and I think these are used for the face, and that's not really what I was thinking about, but I guess round sponges, people are using them more so for beauty, you know, like makeup or skincare or whatever. Okay. The reviews are still too high though, so no go. Let's go back here and look at something else here. We don't want to do apparel. Why don't we do the sports like I was saying before? Field events. Oops. Okay, why don't we look at field events? I ran track in middle school and a little bit of high school, and so some of these I probably will be familiar with. Hurdles only cost $1. I don't know why in my brain I thought it would be more expensive. Okay. Okay, there really was not very much to look at here. I thought there would be more options, but there are not. So that's okay. We'll go back and see what else is here. You can see how it's very easy to start building up like a lot of tabs when you're doing your product research, because you're just kind of flipping through different things and seeing what is there. Okay, let's look in one more category. Why don't we look at mother, kids, and toys? And let's see if we can find something good here. We've got kids accessories, baby food. We're not doing any food, blocks, and model building toys. Electronic toys, no, we don't like electronics, puzzles and games. Dress up and pretend play. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll down and see what I can find. Alright. Let's see, a paintbrush set here. Wow, for only 50 cents to 69 cents. I mean, this you could probably sell on Amazon for like $19.99. Oh yeah, for sure, for $19.99. Over 200 pieces. Interesting. I'm sure it's competitive though, but let's see. Kids paintbrush set. No, this is not what I meant. Do I have to put graffiti specifically? I don't even know if I spelled that correctly. Graffiti. We're struggling today with the Wi-Fi. Struggling. Okay. No. Okay, we've got to find the right keyword because we're not getting the results for this that I am searching for. Painting graffiti paintbrush set for kids. So let's do painting. Graffiti set for kids. Now let's see. There's got to be a word for that item. I just don't know what people would type in for this, so that's why I'm struggling a little bit to try to figure it out here. Okay. Thought I figured out the internet problem. Clearly I have not. Okay, this is closer to what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe. Or possibly this product does not exist yet on Amazon, which is always an interesting one to find something that's not already on there. Let me try one more keyword. Children's paintbrush set. So it seems that this product does not yet exist on Amazon, and I do just want to say that being the first to market is exciting because you have that advantage and that head start if you're the first person to sell a certain type of product. However, it is risky because you don't know that there's demand for that product because you are the first one. So you're almost the guinea pig. So it can go either way. The product could take off, you could be the first one and have a lot of success and just kind of solidify your spot as the leader in that niche, or you could take the risk and it might not pay off. And so for that reason, I don't ever really recommend, at least for your first product, to pick something that is not already selling well on Amazon. That is my own personal opinion, and that's my advice to you guys as beginners. So if you do decide to go ahead and be the first, proceed with caution and just know that it may take off or it may not, and you have to be prepared for both outcomes in a scenario like that. So I hope you enjoyed that video of using Alibaba to do Amazon product research. There are so many different ways to come about profitable products to sell on Amazon. I've already showed you guys on this channel how to use Helium-10 as a starting off point. I've showed you how to use TikTok. I've showed you how to use Alibaba. I am happy to continue making these product research videos if you enjoy them, so let me know in the comments. And with that, we'll go ahead and close it out for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.